What's up, guys? Hope you're doing great. It's Thursday, baby. A little dance. What does Thursday mean? Not that much, especially on a holiday weekend, because we got a lot of work to do, like all the time, or because the holiday and stuff like that. So might have to, I'm probably gonna even have to mow a couple on Saturday. And I feel like, hey, this weekend is 4th of July, so all of us probably should eat some hot dogs, you know what I mean? Because it's America, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, the point of this video, and I'm also trying to record the podcast at the same time, and driving my truck with the trailer on it. But anyway, so I will look at the road some too. And I apologize about any of the truck noise, but I had 5 mowers, a walker, my Snapper Pro, my Ferris stand-on mower, and I had my Toro Time Master and my Commercial 30 X Series. All right, now I have the Ferris stand-on mower, I have the Snapper Pro sit-down mower, and I have the Time Master, the residential Time Master. Now, so 2 mowers sold. So here's what happened. I'm gonna try to, be concise as I can, or try to, yeah, maybe that's the word. Not quite sure. But so anyway, as y'all know, October, most of my yards are changing over to weekly, and everything's fine right now. But as I go into winter, I'm like, man, and those yards are weekly and got to get on them and do leaves and stuff. And it gets wet here in the winter pretty bad, stays pretty wet. And so I'm like, man, maybe, and I don't have any more room in my garage, it's tight. So I was like, maybe I need to sell one of my ride-on mowers and get a walk-behind mower or something super light. Now the walker is super light, but I may get another walker just like the one I had, but a 42 inch, so even a little bit smaller and a little bit lighter deck. I might, that's a possibility. So anyway, so like I don't have any more room, but I have to do something. So I'm like, so I kind of passively listed my my walker, and a little bit of traffic on it, but not too much. And then so I just like waited a week or so, and then I'm like, well, maybe I'll keep my walker, and maybe I'll list my exmark X Series 30 inch, because that thing only has a couple hours on it. Y'all know my complaints with that mower. I definitely have some complaints with it. I love the old commercial one with the Kawasaki engine, but that new one, the Kohler engine's great, but the way they made the transmission, even though I've had it for a year and used it, man, it's just not my favorite. As y'all know, I'll have the video right in the top of the description, the link for it right in the top of the description that explains all my gripes about it. It's called What They Don't Tell You About This Mower. And so that will explain all that. And so I end up using the residential one mostly because of some of those issues. So I'm like, maybe I'll keep the walker and I'll list that one. And so I list that one. I list that one for $1,700, and that one, a couple days later, someone was gonna, they wanted to come look at it. And turns out it's a great guy, and it's a guy that watches my YouTube channel. Didn't know it was me, until we pull up. And I recognize his name from comments and past. But anyway, so that was awesome. Got to connect with a new friend there in person. But anyway, but what happened was, so that same day he was coming to get the push mower, like as he was literally coming to get it, there's another guy contact me. It said, hey, I'm coming to get that walker mower right now, or tomorrow, in the morning. And so I let him come because I didn't know, I don't know if both these guys are gonna actually buy it or what. They might look at it and not like it or something. So I let them both come. So, and pretty close together actually. And so they both ended up selling. So I didn't totally end up, plan for that to happen. but I figure, hey, if one of them sells, frees me up a little bit more room in the garage, and I can buy, you know, something else. And so, you know, it's hard to get a hold of mowers right now. Y'all probably aware of that as well. Just like anything, cars, anything, it's hard to get a hold of, you know, mowers in general. But you know, I can get one. I just, you know, I gotta be patient with it and all that. And I'm really trying to figure out what to do. It's like maybe I buy the same walker that I have, 42-inch deck, you know, so get a little bit smaller deck, but get the same exact mower again. Because I miss that walker. That thing, it's a great mower. But I'm like, I want something super light as I can. So I might do that, just because I miss that mower a little bit. So I might buy another one just like that. I love that mower. There's no problems with it. You know, obviously there is some things I don't like about the commercial X series, but that thing is a tank. That thing is bulletproof. Like, that thing would last forever. So it's more just, you know, my gripe, I guess. You know, my complaint with it. No problem with the actual machine at all. I mean, perfect. Both of them were like brand new. The walker had 100-something hours on it, 140 some, and the 30-inch had very few hours as well. Also, there's a young guy. He was like 13 years old. He's been saving up his money, cutting lawns in his neighborhood and stuff. Saved up his money, came, bought my walker mower. So made another friend. Great guys, both guys. I don't know if they'll watch this or not. And it was funny because them as well, they came and got to my house and they're like, hey, we're thinking about this walker mower. And so we went online and started doing a bunch of research about this, you know, the R21. And so we're on YouTube watching all these videos about the R21. And we're watching your videos. Didn't know, they didn't know it was me, actual me, until we got there. And so I explained to them, and so, you know, made some new friends, and that was awesome as well. But now I got to figure out, okay, what am I gonna do? Because I really don't love walk behind mowers, but it's like I gotta have a good setup for when I move everything to weekly. I'm excited about it, excited about the business change. I don't think I'm ever going back to the setup I have now, because I love the weekly yards I have now. I'm able to keep them looking really nice, keep all the sticks off, just keep them really, really nice. And so I gotta bite the bullet. Okay, do I go ahead and commit and buy a walk behind mower, a hydro walk behind 48? Maybe that's a good idea. But you know, y'all know, if you have any experience in the business, walk behind mowers kind of are what they are. You will have to wrestle them a little bit and all that. So that is a good option. It would last me a very long time. They work great, cut great. You just have to wrestle them a bit. Option 2 is maybe I buy some little tiny. Option 2 is I buy another walker mower like I have with a little bit smaller deck. So that'll work even better in some of my little articulating slopes and stuff. The old one did pretty good, but this one, I think the 42, you see they let me demo the 42, and that thing, for my situation, was even a little bit better than the 48. So that's possibility number 2. Possibility number 3 is I buy a little tiny rider. If y'all have been watching my channel, years back, I had a Hustler Raptor 42. You know, like the tiny little Raptor. It was a residential mower. But, you know, they still have a welded deck, and they're great. The deck is hung on both sides. Commercial-like features, you know, but it is a little residential mower. Those are only 500-something pounds as well. I'm tempted to buy another one of those 42-inch, which now it's called like the Raptor X or something. It's a little, you know, they changed. They're a little different than they were years ago. But that's an option as well. That's third option. And so I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, and I don't know if I'm gonna buy another push mower, because I'm push mowing a lot of stuff right now. I don't know if I'm gonna buy another residential Time Master just like the one I have. It's also not a bad option. And then just keep the 2 mowers I have for now, and not even buy another mower. But I think I will buy another mower at some point. And if I buy a walk behind, I got to figure out, okay, which walk behind do I want to get, and which walk behind can I even get right now. I can get the Toro Pro line, one of those new Pro lines, which those are pretty sweet. It just has 0 turn controls. But the new Toro Pro lines, they're pretty cool. They look nothing like the old walk behinds. But the downside to that is they are, you know, I think they are going to be a little harder to pop wheelies with, go up on the trailer, stuff like that, just because they're, you know, different than the old style, or, you know, standard style walk behinds. But they're not bad, they're good. I can get that. Can't really get, I like the Skag ones, the SWZT. Can't really get those. There's one used. You know, I've called dealers and can't get them stuff. My perfect one I would love to have, if I got to walk behind, would be the Ferris 25. Their smallest frame, 48 Ferris walk behind. Those things, the handles are easy to squeeze, all that. But again, I'm having a hard time finding one of those. Or maybe I keep an eye out for something used just to test out the walk behind model in my business. That's also not a bad idea. You know, because if I buy something used, you know, I can always sell it next spring and get my same money right back out of it. It's not a bad idea, but again, even right now, because of the way the market is, even used stuff, even if it's halfway decent, it just, you know, it sells right up too, sells up. So, I don't know, that's an option. And like I said, I still could get one of them small little riders, because the good part about those is you're on a rider, you know, so you're not walking behind the thing, and, you know, or on a Velke or whatever. So I want you guys to email me or hit me up down in the comments and let me know, for my business model, I need something really lightweight, especially once we get into fall and stuff. It's okay for now. All my big riders, you know, I can mow most things with those, because it's so hot and, you know, all that. I'm in Georgia. But the problem is when you come September, October, you're mulching leaves, you're doing stuff, and then in the spring, you know, things are super wet as well. So we got this couple month window right now in the summer where things are manageable, even with the bigger mowers. But I might need to do something. And so maybe I wait in the year and look at stuff at the expo and buy something after that, you know, because that's kind of when that time frame will kind of need to be, when I actually need it. But it's kind of like, if you see something now, maybe you should jump on it. So what mower do you think I should buy for my business setup? Do you think I should buy that little rider? The downside to buying a little Raptor to add to my collection, the downside to those little Raptors, or any kind of small residential 0 turn, you know, they're not really made to put a ton of hours on. So every couple years, you're gonna have to sell that thing and get a new one, just to keep it, you know, keep from having to spend major money on it. That's okay. You know, I could do that. Use it, run it for 2 years. You know, and I'm keeping the rest of the mowers I have, but I could run that, you know, little Hustler Raptor or something for 2 years, sell it for half what I paid for it, and buy another one. Could do that, and it's not a bad idea, because you're getting to ride on it, super light, all those things. But like I said, the downside is just that it's not commercial, so, you know, so that is what it is. So I'm trying to figure it all out. I've been thinking about it, because this happened a few weeks ago, so I got to figure it out. But yeah, you guys let me know, what mower do you think I should buy? And I'm gonna be on the lookout for something, and appreciate you following along with me. I'm gonna try to eat a little bit of this nuts and stuff before I get to my next yard, so I'm gonna cut this off. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys. GIE Expo is coming, and I want you to come and meet up with us in person, because I care about meeting all my fellow lawn brothers and sisters. We need to do it. That's the only time of year we can really meet up in person for sure. So y'all need to come, like, no excuses. All right, see ya.